Okay. Okay, first, hello everyone. Let's check the questions. Then we will enter the new module with lesson 1. So we are in the test practice 173. Mr. Amar, tell me the questions. No, just the number of the question. 1. 1, it is plus 3. Then 2, it is part B, right? Negative 79. Close your cameras يا ابني. 3 يا عمر. 3 we have 35, right? Low part B. Then 6, it is negative 72. Then in the next page, guys, question 7, it is 200. Then 10, question 10, it is 10. Then 11, it is part C. The answer is 4. Then 12, it is, we have a freezing point and we have boiling point. The freezing should be 0, right? And the boiling should be 100 degree. Else, that's all, right? Check your answers. These are the answers of the weekend homework. And we'll go to module 4. Module 4, lesson 1. Module 4, which is operations with rational numbers. Check your answers. Then let's go to module 4 together. Done checking? Right. Let's go to rational numbers, module 4, which we will start. We are done with module 3. Now, in module 3, we talked about integers, positive, negative operations, right? In this module, we talk about operations with rational. What are the rational numbers? Are the fractions. But in the previous classes, we add the fractions, right? Multiply, divide the fraction. But in this chapter, we will deal with negative fractions, okay? So we'll start with lesson 1. Lesson 1, rational numbers. Page 177. 177. Okay. Okay, guys. But let's start with our lesson, rational numbers. What is the rational number? A rational number, this is the definition. It's written in your book. Memorize it. What is the rational number? A rational number is any number can be written on the form A over what? Over B. So what's the rational number? Or any number can be written as A over B. But we have conditions in A and B. A and B, A and B are integers. Are what? What are the integers? The group of numbers which we took in the previous module, right? Are integers. Are integers. We took the integers, we add them, we subtract them, right? Positive, negative, any two integers. Put them over each other. This is what we call it, rational number. But we have condition on B, only B. A can be any number. Can be positive, can be negative, and can be zero. The integer can be positive integer, negative integer, or what? Or zero. So A can be positive integer or negative integer or what? Can be zero, right? But B cannot be zero. B, the denominator down, B can be only positive or negative integer. Okay? Cannot be what? Cannot be zero. So B cannot be zero. It can be any integer except, but A of the numerator can be positive, negative, or zero. For example, I cannot write 3 over 0. This is what? Undefined. There's something undefined in math. The denominator cannot be 0. Whatever you have a denominator 0, this is undefined value. Undefined value. But up, no problem. 0 over 3 means 0 divided by 3, which is defined. How much? 0. Got it? So if you put any two numbers over each other, but these numbers should be what? Integers. But this one, 3.1 over 7. Is this rational number? Is this rational number? Yes, it is. Else, is this rational number? Good. Good. No, it is not. Is it 3.1 integer? 3.1 is decimal. It's not integer. So this 3.1 over 7 is not rational number. It's a fraction, but not rational number. The rational number A over B should be what? A and B should be what? Integer. This number here is not integer. It's not a whole number. Positive and either negative, right? This decimal. Got it? You understand the rational number? Good boy. So again, the rational number, any number can be written on the form A over B. A and B are integers and B cannot be 0. Up can be positive integer, negative integer, or what? B can be positive or negative. It cannot be 0. Got it? It cannot be 0. Do you understand the rational number? Yeah. Undefined. صح? What is A over B, by the way? A over B means A divided by, it's division. It's form of division. We can say A divided by 2 or 8 over 2. It's the same, right? We took fractions before. But what's the difference here? The different thing here, that we will have negative fractions we will deal with. Got it? So let's go to the table. We have table on page 177. See it? See the table? Now, any whole number or any integer without denominator, we can make the denominator what? 1. Like 9. لحالة 9. دي have fraction. شو بتصير؟ We know that, right? طيب طلع التيبل قدامك. You have a table, right? See it. We are on page 177, guys. Now, read, read. A rational number. Cannot be 0, right? Now down the table. The table explains that each number is what? A rational number. Yani any number you can turn it to what? To rational number, right? Let's take example. Let's clarify this table together. For example, the first number, negative 15. It's a number, integer, negative integer, right? We can write it as negative 15 over 1. So this is what? Rational. The negative 15 and 1 are both integers. And 1 is not 0, which is a rational number, right? But else, down of it, we have negative 0.8. Remember how we turned the decimal to fraction? We put the number and down depends on how many digits, right? So negative 8, we can write it as negative 8 over what? Over 10. How to turn from decimal to fraction? Remember this? 0.35, it is 35 over what? Over 100. Check. 2 digits, 2 zeros. Remember? We took that before. But how about negative 1 over 8? It's the same. هذا هاي مهم. Now negative 1 over 8. The negative for what? For 1 or 8 or the whole fraction? This negative here. It is for 1 or 8 or the whole fraction? Yes. It's for the whole fraction. But we can write it in a 3 different ways. We can give the negative for 1. And we can give the negative. They are the same. Yani the negative for the fraction, you can give it for the numerator or the denominator or the whole fraction. For me, I always, if I have negative fraction, I give the negative for what? For the numerator, always. Done? So in your life, if you have fraction or rational number and negative sign, the negative give it for what? For the numerator. خلي الدينومينيتور positive دائما. Okay? طيب 28%. How we turn percent to fraction? It is over 100. Check percent over 100. 28 over 100. So this table tells us that any number we can turn it to Fraction. Look here. Look here. Here we have whole number. Integer. It's not whole. Whole should be positive. Integer. Integer over 1. Fraction. Decimal. Fraction. And negative, here the negative, you can put it up, you can put it down. But I always use this. I always give the negative for the numerator. Always, always. And percent also, you can turn it to rational number. Okay? So it's just try to remember some skills you took before. Right. Now let's go to example 1. Write fractions as what? As decimal. How we write a fraction as decimal? We use long division. To turn the fraction للدecimal شو بنستخدم؟ division. So here yeah, to turn note to turn from fraction. لما بحكي fraction I'm talking about rational. They are the same, right? To turn it from a fraction to decimal, use what? Long division. Now, don't forget that a over b, which is the rational number, it is the same of a divided by b, not b divided by a. بيختلفوا عن بعض. بيختلفوا عن بعض. Which is the same of a divided by b, if you want to use the long division sometimes. And when I say 8 over 4, it is the same of 8 divided by 4, which is 2. Check. 4 over 8, it is the same of 4 divided by 8, and they are different, right? واللي بيحكي لي 2 اللي بيحكي لي 2 اوكي. طب when I say بدري نام لك كمان شوي. تحضر الفيديو هذا بس ينزل بتحضر مرة ثانية. اتفقنا يا مستر؟ طب when I say 2 over 1, how much? Means 2 divided by, how much 2 divided by 1? 2. صح؟ So 2 divided by 1 يا وافي قديش؟ 2. طب 1 over 2 كمان 2 يا ويلو اللي بقول زي هيك. اوعى be careful. هلا يلا give your mobiles. If you have mobile, give it for the mister quickly. لا هذول ما بيجيبوش موبايلات. يلا. Done here. Don't say that. Ever. 1 over 2, it's half. نص. 0.5. Half. ماشي يا عبد الرحمن. Good boy. Now, let's go to example 1 together. Right? We said to turn from fractions to decimal, use what? Long division. A over B, it is the same of A divided by B, means A, the dividend, B is what? The divisor. لا تخربط بينهم هذول. اوعى. يلا. Example 1. The example wants us to write 1 over 40 as decimal. Write example 1, page 179. The example wants us to write 1 over 40. This is rational number. The example wants us to write it as decimal. So directly we go here and we make 1 divided by what? And let's remember a few things about division. Let's remember a few things about division. Yalla. Can the 1 divided by 40? Can the 1 divided by 40? No. So what we do at this case, we put 0, decimal, and here what? Remember? We took that before. Can the 10 divided by 40? Also no. At this case, what we do? 0 up, 0 down to make it bigger. So the first decimal, this decimal, we can add 1 0 only. The decimal makes you add how many zeros? If the number is still smaller, we can add another 0, but up we need to add what? 0. 0 in quotient, remember? 100 divided by 40. It is 2 because the 3 gives 120, which is bigger than guess and check, remember? Yeah, so here 2. 2 by 40, how much? 80. Don't write 80 like this. We took the whole 100, right? So 80, the 0 will be under the 0, the 8 will be under the 0, right? يعني شغلات انتوا عارفينها بس ما تنسوها الله يسعدكم بزعل. Like this. صح؟ 100 minus 80, how much? لا تعمل لي والله 0 minus 0 وما فيش وبنروح على ال1 وبناخذ ما بعرفش ايش القصه هذه اللي بتعملوها. خلاص 100 minus 80 20. No need to do all of that kids things. So here what we have 20. But can the 20 divided by 40? We don't stop here. We need to continue. Huh? The 20 cannot divide it by 40. At this case, what we do, we have decimal up, right? This decimal gives you the green light to add 0, whatever you want, wherever you want. Got it? Now what we have, 200. 200 divided by 40, how much? 5 by 40, how much? 200. I 5. 5 multiply 40, how much? Subtract 0. So 1 over 40, it is 0 0.0. I turn it from a fraction to where? To what? To decimal. Okay? 0.025. Huh? We checked it. You checked it with us ولا جيت متأخر؟ موجود هلا بنرجع عليه. So 1 over 40 is 0.025. Okay? Done. طب let's go to the check. We have negative 1 over 25. طلع النيجاتيف كيف بشتغل فيه. Look here before the check. Before the check. For example, if I have negative 3 over 9. I said the negative, give it for the numerator, right? It is negative 3 up, down what? Positive 9. Right. To make division, forget the negative a little bit. يعني لا تروح تعمل هيك. اوعى هاي لا تعملها دير بالك. نيجاتيف خليها وروح اعمل division عادي. يعني here the answer is what? Put the negative and go here and make the division with positive numbers. We cannot put negative numbers in the long division. The negative, leave it there. Got it? Yeah, let's do the check together. We have check 1 under example 1. In the check, what we have? which of the following is the decimal form of -1/25? So check page also 179, right? We have the fraction -1 over what? Both equal or both negative وانسى النيجاتيف. خلاص؟ And take what? 1 and so 25 divided by 1 ولا 1 divided by 25؟ 1 divided by 25. لا تغلطوا هاي الغلطات. بزعل. يلا. So here 1 divided by 25. Can the 1 divide on a 25? No. 0. Decimal 0, right? So here we add up 0 decimal, and here what? Up. Can the 10 divided on a 25? Still no. So we need to add 0 for the dividend, but up also like this. Don't forget this step. اوعى. اوعى. يلا. Now 100 divided by 25. 4. 4 by 25, 100. Done. Take the answer and put it here. 0.0. So -1/25 equals -0.04. Got it? This is the check. Do it. Huh? Which answer? A. A. ماله ال A؟ مش كويس؟ كويس مراد ال A؟ طيب. What's this dash over the integer A? Remember the repeating decimal? Repeating decimal? We took something before. We call it repeating. شو يعني repeating؟ يعني بضل يرجع يتكرر. Like for example 1/3, for example. If you wanna find, you will go to divide 1 divided by 3. Check. 10 on a 3. 3. 3 by 3, 9. Subtract 1. So you have decimal, you add 0, right? 10 on a 3. 3 by 3, 9. Subtract 1. You add 0, you can 10. 10 on a 3. So it is what? What we call this kind? We call it repeating. Repeating what? Decimal. Repeating decimal. Of this kind, what we call it? This one. Terminal decimal. Terminal. شو يعني terminal? It has end. Terminal means it has an end. Okay, but repeating, it won't. If we have repeating decimal, what we will write the answer? We make round. Estimate. We make round. Let's take example. This part A طبعا we will choose it. This one part A, right? Part B, what they asked us in the check, determine if -1/25 is a terminating decimal. Is it terminating? Yes, it has end. But if want, it will be what? Repeating decimal. Repeating decimal. Right. Example 2. Example 2. Yes.
Sir, I don't understand the repeating and repeating.
Repeating means the division won't end here. Long division. Do you know how to make long division?
Yes.
Means the numbers won't end. ما بينتهوا. Here terminal, because we end with 0. See?
0. Yeah.
Goodbye. Thank you. Remove your hand. Remove your hand. Yeah. Let's go to example 2. Write negative 5 over 6 as a decimal. Determine if the decimal is terminating decimal or no, right? Yeah. So we are on example what? Example 2, quickly. Negative 5 over what? 6. Now we put equal. We put equal and we put the negative and forget it. And we go by side and make what? 5 divided by 6. The 5 cannot divide on 6. Decimal 0 and we add 0 for the 5. It will be what? 50. Can the 50 divide in 6? Yes, the 50 is bigger. No need to add 0 for the previous one, right? Yeah. So here 50 divided on 6, how much? 7 بعينك اللي حكى 7. بكسر نظارتك. كيف 7 يعني؟ 7 42. If you put 42, 50 minus 42, how much? 50 minus 42, 8. The 8 is bigger than 6. Can we use 7? No. So here 8. 8 by 6, how much? 48. Subtract 2. في مشكلة؟ طيب. The 2 is less than 6, right? What we do? We have decimal up. What we do? We can add 0. So here's 0. 20 divided on 6, 3. 3 multiply 6, 18. Subtract, right? The 2 is less than 6. We have decimal. We can add 0. 20 divided by 6, 3 by 6. Subtract 0, 3, 18. Subtract 2, 0, 3, 8. Right? It won't end. So here what we will have? 3, 3, 3 forever. How we will write it? We will go here. 0.8. ما فيش مشاكل. But what's the repeated digit? We will write it 3 and a small dash over the 3 only. Not the 8. We put a small dash over the repeated integer only. Not repeated, we don't put anything over it. Get it? So negative 5 over 6, we say the answer is negative 0.83 and the 3 is repeated. Is it terminating or repeated? It is repeating. Repeating decimal. Repeating decimal. Get it? We have check. طبعا in the book they wrote, so this is not a terminating decimal. Means it's what? Repeating decimal. You can write repeating or not terminating. They are the same. Right. Let's go to the check after this example. Check. We have 5 over 9. After example 2, write 5 over 9 as what? As a decimal. Determine if the decimal is terminating decimal or no. Terminating means it has an end. It has an end. So here I will go to 5 divided by 9. It's not negative, it's positive, and make normal division. Can the 5 divide on 9? No. 0, decimal, 0. 50 on 9, 5. 5 by 9, subtract, decimal 0. 50 on 9, 5. 45. Subtract 5, decimal 0. Right? So it is will be 5, 5 forever. So here how I will write it? 0.5 terminating or not terminating? Not terminating. We can say it is not terminating or between parentheses repeating. It's the same. So I will say repeating decimal. Repeating. or not terminating. It's the same idea. Got it? Done? طيب. Let's go to your homework, page 183. Your homework. تعرف تقرأ الكويستشن؟ اقرأ الكويستشن. The question tells you what this question wants from you. ما تقوليش مش على شكل الفراكشن تطل والله هذا شكله ممكن انه نعمله ديسيمال. ما اقرأ الكويستشن دائما. Always read the question. The question tells you what you need to do. So our homework, page 183. If you read the first question, read يا نجم. خلاص كبرتوا انتوا. مش بتكونش حدا هون اعمل هيك وهون اعمل هيك. لا اقرا الكويستشن. What's the question wants? Read. بس. Write each fraction as decimal. طب how? كيف نكتب fraction decimal? By using what? بس. تروح بتجيب ورقه بتحطها جنبك وكل fraction بتحطه على الورقه بتعمل له division وبتحط الانسر بس. Then determine if this decimal is a terminating decimal or no. You can say terminating or not terminating, or you can say terminating or repeating. Both answers are acceptable. Okay? So from 1 to 12, do them. Now, you have some problem solving down. Just, it's the same idea. Read the question, see what the question wants, and try to solve it. So page 183, it's your homework, okay? Done? Done. Tomorrow, inshallah, we will, if you see the title of the lesson for tomorrow is what? Add rational numbers. Now we know how we add fractions before, but tomorrow we will add the fractions with negative. With negative. You have negative fractions, positive fractions. That's the different thing. So do your homework, page 183. For the online students, any questions? Any questions in the online students? Okay, do your homework, page 183, please. And tomorrow again, inshallah. Goodbye.